What is up, everybody? It's Cobes here, and today I am back with a Fortnite video. In today's video, I will be ranking every leaked item from worst to best. I know I am a day late on this video. I probably should have made it yesterday, but screw it, guys. I'm making it for today. So there will be a link in the description with all the different leaked items if you want to look a little bit more closely at them, find out their rarity or whatever. But we're going to rank the skins first, then we're going to move on to the back bling, then the pickaxes, and then lastly the gliders. So starting off with the skins in today's video, at my number 5 spot, there are 5 leaked skins as of right now. I had to give it to the Riot, and this is basically the power cord but a guy version. I mean, maybe it's gonna be a good Tfue cosplay if he's gonna rock this. That would be funny to see. But other than that, I'm not excited for this skin. I think this mohawk looks disgusting. I think the skin overall, it's just not my type. It's not what I want to see from a skin. For me, this is one of the ugliest, worst, weirdest designs we've ever gotten, and not in a good way. Tell me in the comment section what you think about it. I think it's funny nonetheless. This is basically the Power Chord's clone or her twin brother. Whatever, guys, I'm not excited for it. Moving on to my number 4 spot, I gave it to Taro, and I think this one's just gonna look a little bit too weird. There's too many colors going on with it. It's definitely a weird skin design. Maybe it'll look better in game, but as of right now, I'm not really too excited for it. I think it's just gonna be one of those ugly skins that try to be creative, but just kind of failed. Sort of like the fly trap. This is the next fly trap. I am anticipating it. I think it's gonna be one of those skins that, you know, Epic took a lot of time and they put a lot of creativity into it, but it still looks horrible. Moving on to my number 3 spot, I gave it to Elmira, and this basically is a wizard skin. We have a wizard guy and a wizard girl skin. I think this one could either look really great in this game or look absolutely horrible. I'm really gonna have to wait and see. Like, this is a skin where I don't know exactly if it's gonna look good or not. But that's why I put it at her middle spot. I think it could either be great or really horrible. I do like the design, I like the idea behind it, but I'm really just curious to wait and see how this looks before I make my final judgment on it, which I do for most things. Moving on to my number 2 spot, I gave it to the Guy Wizard, the Castro. I feel like this is just more of a simple design that I'm personally gonna like. I like the colors, the blue, the brown, the red, they mix really well together, and I also really like the cape design on this guy. It's another old skin, like an old guy skin. We got that with Ludwig, but that's the only other time we've gotten it. But I'm really excited to see exactly what it's gonna look like in game. Hopefully it has a pretty cool back bling as well. Tell me what you guys think about this. But at my number 1 spot, I had to give it to the Makey Master. This one is the Sushi Master clone, or the reskin of the Sushi Master, the girl version. I think this one's gonna actually look a lot better than the Sushi Master. I do like the Sushi Master, but I think this one's probably gonna be a little bit better. We're gonna have to wait and see though. Now it's time to move on to the back bling. We have 4 different back bling this time around. I gave it to the Tome Pouch. I think this one is just going to be a very simple back bling that I'm not going to rock too much. I don't really think the color scheme is anything too great. That a little bit of red on the top, a little bit of blue, and then mostly brown. I don't think it's going to look that great. It may go well with a lot of skins, but I'm not really anticipating it too much. It's kind of just going to be there. It's going to be a back bling that maybe I use from time to time because it's simple, but I'm not really excited for it. Let's move on to my number 3 spot though. I had to give it to the Spell Binder. For me, the Spell Binder, it is very similar to the Tome Pouch in my opinion. Very similar color scheme with the brown, and then, you know, a little bit of the reddish brown as well, a little bit of a lighter brown on those little maps. I'm assuming that's what they are, or like spellless. I don't really know. I'm not into this stuff as you guys may be, but this one's all right. I think it has a little bit more going on with it than our number 4 spot, but still not really anticipating it. I don't think these 2 back bling are anything great in my opinion. Moving on to my number 2 spot, I gave it to Shrimpy. This one I am actually excited for. I like the color, the shrimp color. I think it's a pretty cool idea. I think it's probably not going to go that great with a lot of different skins in this game, but I still will use it because I do like it. I hope it actually moves around a little bit, like as you run the back bling actually moves with the wind or something. That would be cool. We haven't really gotten that too often except for with the capes, with the wings, but I hope to see that on a few other back bling. Maybe this one could be it. I am excited for this one, but it's not the best. Moving on to my number 1 spot for the best, the trusty tusks. And I love this one, guys. I think this one's gonna be a back bling I use for a while. It's gonna be a back bling that I go to for a while, for at least 2 weeks until the new skins come out, and then I have to use new back blings. But this one's probably a back bling I will go back to from time to time. I really like its design. I think those tusks look cool. I know it's not a devil mask, but it sort of looks like one to me. I'm gonna call it that. The devil mask looks really, really cool to me. We still haven't gotten that one skin. It was a samurai skin we still haven't gotten. I don't know why we haven't gotten that one in game yet, but if you guys know what I'm talking about, where have these skins gone? Because I feel like we've been getting a lot of skins that have been leaked but just don't come out for some reason. I don't know why that's the case. Maybe it's something to do with like in game they're just not working. Maybe they don't look good in game. I don't know what the problem could be, but sometimes skins have problems in game, so that's why they don't come to the game. Hopefully we get that one. It was a really cool samurai skin. It was all red, sort of like this back bling. That's why it reminded me of it. But let's move on to the pickaxes, guys. At my number 4 spot, I had to give it to the scrambler. For me, the scrambler, it's just nothing special. You know, I do like the simple pickaxe designs, but I don't think this one's it. I don't think this one's the pickaxe design that we need. This one, the scrambler, yeah, it's trash. Moving on to my number 3 spot for a pickaxe that has already came out, the Night Slicer. I think this one's all right. I've used it a few games, probably for like about an hour now. It's not the best pickaxe, but it has a pretty good sound to it. It's like a pretty heavy pickaxe as well. The all gray color, you can't really go wrong with it. It really reminds me of the Axeroni, which, I mean, it basically is. Why? It's, okay, it's the Nightshade, which is the tomato head girl. It's her pickaxe, and then the tomato head guy has the Axeroni. They're both basically pizza cutters, whatever. They're decent, they're all right. Moving on to my number 2 spot, I had to give it to the Spell Slinger. And this one could either be a hit or a miss. For me, I think it is going to be a hit, but I'm not more excited than the number 1 spot. I am really excited for the number 1 spot because I do like the more simple, clean pickaxe designs. But this one, I think is going to be really cool, really creative pickaxe. I do think it is. We'll have to wait and see what it sounds like, what it does in game. Maybe it'll move around a little bit, but I have no gameplay of it, so it's all speculation at this point. Moving on to my number 1 spot though, the Gatekeeper. I love the red and I love the gray on any pickaxe. I love the dragon axe. This one sort of reminds me of it, but I think this is just going to be a very clean pickaxe that it's not going to be too loud. It's not going to be, you know, in your face all game. It's just going to be a pickaxe you take out. You know it's there, it looks cool, it sounds cool, and that's all I'm looking for. Moving on to the last thing for today's video, guys. It's the gliders. So at my number 4 spot for my least favorite glider, I had to give it to the Flappy Flyer. I don't like this design. I think it could look pretty funny in game, but I don't care for it. I'm not going to use it. I don't think it looks as good as the other 3 gliders above it. If you guys want to disagree and say this is the best glider, because I think people will think this is the best glider, leave a comment telling me. If you want to rank everything, leave a comment telling me. But Flappy Flyer, it's a decent glider, just not one I'm going to use, and I already know that. Let's move on to my number 4 spot for one I've been anticipating but never really expected, the Hyper. The Hyper is the Dazzle and Hyperion glider. I am so excited for it, guys. I cannot wait. This is an uncommon glider as well, so very cheap. But I love Dazzle, I love Hyperion, I love those basketball skins, and finally a basketball glider. It's so simple, but I love the color scheme on it. Guys, this one I'm super excited for, but I didn't want to put it at our number 1 spot because I did think 2 were just a little bit better. Moving on to my number 2 spot, the Magic Wings. I am really excited to see how these actually look in game. It looks like they're not connected, which I don't think we've gotten that before. You know, usually a glider is connected, but it looks like you're just gonna be holding on to two separate wings and it's not gonna be connected. I don't know how that works, but Fortnite logic doesn't really make sense anyways, so I'm gonna just take this for what it is. It's a cool glider. I'm excited for it. But my number one spot, guys, for a Pokemon glider in my eyes, the flying carp. Guys, this one absolutely amazing. It's a carp with wings. I mean, there are flying carp in the wild, but I don't know if they actually have wings. I'm gonna say they don't actually have wings. They may have smaller wings, not this huge, but this one definitely looks cool, guys. I am excited for it. Tell me in the comment section what you think about this one. This is the one I'm easily the most excited for. I don't know if I'm gonna use it all the time, but it's definitely a glider I will go to from time to time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. If you have any video ideas, any videos you'd like me to create, leave them in the comment section, guys, because trust me, I do look through the comments. I don't always comment back, but I do look through my comments. Thank you guys. I do appreciate every single one of you. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.